How does it feel to get your face tattooed? Well, hear me out. So, as I got my face tattooed more and more in the last years, it feels quite funny and interesting, so I wanted to just take you along with it. Mind me, my tattoos on my face don't necessarily got any meaning besides the ones on my temples. Spiritually seen, your temples are quite important. It's also the place where your serotonin comes from. And that makes you sleepy. So, in a spiritual sense, it has more with to do with the fact that I wanted to show that I'm an open person, and yeah, the mandalas are quite amazing, and I really like them. As you can see, I have my forehead tattoos, which is also the one that I'm gonna talk about first. This one took around 2 hours. I must say, like, I didn't sleep that well the night before, and that always has an influence on how painful the tattoo is going to be. The better that you take care of yourself, the better that you eat, the better that you sleep. Basically, the moments before. It's also gonna be easier if you take care of that. As I said, I didn't sleep so well the night before, so after 2 hours I was really done. It was quite intense, also due to the fact that it's so on the bone, I would say. And it wasn't the nicest feeling. Like, compared to the other face tattoos, this was definitely the most annoying one. Later on, I got this one and the little heart here. Those were quite fun. It was an intense feeling. I would say it wasn't so painful, but getting tattooed on this place is quite intense because it's also so close to your eye. I must say the funny fact was that being tattooed here made me want to sneeze the whole time. So that was quite funny to experience. I didn't sneeze, of course, because, well, you need to lay still. So basically, because I had to sneeze, I just ignored it, and my nose got a bit runny. And then at the same moment, I got the eye tattoo here. That was also quite intense because it's so close to your eye. It didn't take really long because it's so small. I got that one. I have love for humanity and for everyone, basically. So that's basically why I got that one. Then to get over to my temples, basically the same thing there as well. It was actually quite doable. It wasn't hurtful at all. It was quite a chilled place. The only thing that was again the case is that I had to sneeze the whole time. So yeah, this side of my face isn't done yet. Basically, my whole face isn't done yet because I would like to extend this one. In terms of like how you see it here. So on one side you have the lines and you on one side have the dots. That's basically also what you have here. On one side you have the dots, and then at the other side you have the lines. And I want to extend it that it basically, this is full, and then it goes onto here, onto my cheeks. So there's still some stuff to do. Then of course I also want to fool my neck, but that's so yeah, the ones on the side also, they were quite chilled to be honest. This one with these ones I didn't have to sneeze. It's quite a weird sound, to be honest, because it's also so close to your ear. So yeah, like, it's quite intense, the sound. It's as if you are at the dentist, which is really weird. You hear the sounds going on, but besides that, like, this place is actually pretty chilled. The only place that was a bit annoying is a bit more when it comes to your cheek. That also has to do with the fact that there are more nerves there. But not necessarily to a painful extent or something. It was just a funny feeling. I felt it more, but hey, I got my hands tattoos. Those were definitely, especially the fingers, they were definitely a more painful experience. So I already had these once I got my face tattooed. So yeah, that's definitely doable. So yeah, basically, getting your face tattooed is doable. Just make sure that you eat well, that you sleep well before it, so it becomes a lot easier to get tattooed on your face. I used to smoke weed before I got tattooed, but now I'm not smoking weed anymore. And I also noticed if I would smoke weed before, then I wouldn't last as long. Yeah, I'm really looking forward again to go further with my head. I think it looks awesome. Yes, I had people that were like, "Oh, why would you do that? Don't you get in trouble with work or anything?" Well, it's always very simple for me. I wouldn't want to work at a place where I'm not accepted for the person that I am. But that's always something that you have to consider for yourself. It's not necessarily that I'm the person to say like, "Oh, you just need to do it and don't give a fuck." No, but in my situation, in how I see my professional life, and it's just not something that I care about. I also must say it's sometimes fun because especially yeah, you get different reactions. I sometimes get people, they just approach me that they are really like, "Oh, that looks so cool. It's really nice that you did that." I had one time an amazing comment from a friend. He was like, "You know, I'm quite impressed with what you're doing because you're a person that sets boundaries, or that moves boundaries, so to say." And he just told me straight away, like, keep on doing that because that's something that we need in this world. So that was a really nice compliment. It's also sometimes like I also had an issue with my old landlord. I had a yearly contract. The moment that I got more tattoos, the more anxious that he got from me, and then my contract wasn't extended. So yeah, it's not all a gloom, so to say. And yes, like if I walk around in Berlin, or it doesn't here in Berlin, it's quite okay. But if I do walk around in other places, I get looked at. I don't mind it that much. I'm a pretty boy, and no, that's yeah, that's a joke. But like I don't really care that much about being looked at. That's also something that you have to consider. That will definitely happen. If it's either about your hand tattoos, people will look at it, or like getting your face tattooed. That's also something that people look at. It also has its benefits because like sometimes people think they are impressed by me, or they don't dare to say anything, which is sort of fun. But besides that, like it's all fine for me at least. But do take that into consideration. A little video about my face tattoos. Please check out my website. I worked hard on it, and you can also support me there if you would like to. I would really like to continue this video. So this is something that I really enjoy. And then there is nothing else to say than big hug, much love, and then I see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.